When it comes to putting together your own record, how much does it differ from doing a whole Broken Social Scene record? I mean, obviously you have a little more freedom, but
It differs great. I mean, just personnel involved, keys. I like to play in minor keys a lot. Do we have any
sad songs?
Social Scene minor songs?
Not Frightening Lies is kind of minor, but not really.
Yeah.
No.
I tend to... Social Scene is like major key and very celebratory and blah, blah, blah. And, Apostle Hustle tends to be minor key and kind of little rhythmically derived, structurally derived, and, introverted, stoned in the bathtub, that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, it's on Arts and Crafts Records. Now, is that sort of like a little in-house kind of family label between all of you guys? It seems like every one of the Social Scene records that's been out has been on Arts and Crafts. How much do you know? How long have you been with them?
Well, Arts and Crafts kind of started.
With Broken Social Scene.
Yeah.
Broken Social Scene started on a little indie label, and then we kind of figured that we could sort of do it ourselves, and it was really Kevin and Jeff Remedios decided to just go it on their own, and so they started Arts and Crafts, and then so it has really been kind of a Toronto family situation.
Excellent. Well, Charles, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask a little bit about the Happiness Project.
Sure.
We were playing that on our talk show the other day, and I was talking about Wanderlust, and he said, oh yeah, I had a Broken Social Scene song, and they said, here's a little clip of something from Charles Spearin, one of the members from the Happiness Project. And as we were playing it, we played Anna, and the host, as he figured out what was going on, brought this big smile to his face. So what, first of all, got you inspired to record your neighbors and then write songs around their voice?
Well, I'd been wanting to do melodies. I'd always been interested in the melody of people talking, and I'd been wanting to try and make almost pop songs out of little melodies, accidental melodies in people's voices. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. And I guess I had a summer off, basically. I had just had a second baby, and the bands were off touring, so I was home. And it was kind of a good opportunity to experiment with my melodies of speech idea. And so I invited my neighbors over, because I know them pretty well. And it just kept going really, really well. The more I worked on it, the more excited I got about the project, and I never really expected it to get released. I never expected it to be a live project at all, and now it's become that too. So, I'm just thrilled the way it's come together.
Your tour manager had mentioned that you guys had you had performed that on the road. How is that different from the record experience? I would think it would be a lot of loops and samples. Or
it's just the voice. The voice is the only thing that's pre-recorded.
Okay.
But I have, it's a really great band. It's a big band. There's like 8 or 9 of us. I can't seem to be in a small band. I'm jealous, Andrew. But everybody memorizes their little speech on their instrument, and then we just arrange it as if it's songs, and I play the recordings of the voices on the looper.
You make it sound as if you have more people, it's a little bit more difficult to manage. Is that a truism, or do you find it to be, like, are you in charge? Are you the taskmaster and everyone falls in line?
It's orchestral. I've seen the Happiness Project play live. And Charles, it's a tough job. It's pretty demanding.
Yeah, it was a lot of work getting it together. I mean, there's such great players and great people that it was really enjoyable, but it was complicated and technically complicated, and just getting everybody together and rehearsing is complicated. Everybody's busy. They're scheduling, and it's just it must be nice to be in a trio or a duo and what are you doing tomorrow? I can come over. It doesn't work with an 8-piece band.
No.
Andrew, is it that simple? Do you just get the 2 or 3 people together?
Well, it was that simple until I moved to Montreal. So now it's a little trickier because our drummer Dean lives in Toronto still. Mm-hmm. But it is certainly the flip side of being in something like Social Scene, where every note you do and every breath that you do on the mic and everything can be heard by the audience, and plus your energy. If your energy's flagging a bit, you have up to 10, anywhere from 7 to 10 to 12 people on stage, that maybe have really strong energy that night. So when it's a duo or a trio, it's you know, you gotta be able to summon up the goods every night, you know, when you're playing.
And when it comes to Apostle of Hustle, do you guys have sort of kind of an organic way about it? Do you want input from the other people that are performing with you, or do you sort of have an idea, a set idea about how you want it all to go?
I tend to have this sort of crazy ideas about what the songs are about, what the albums are about, you know, what the, you know. But certainly people make up their own parts and stuff. There tends to be, like, every record we make, there's like a shadow record that, you know, we made in the basement with drum machines and just whatever's lying around, and then the chunks of those songs go into the studio and they get incorporated into the actual record.
Okay.
And then we have to relearn how to play them because there's only 3 of us, and we stupidly tracked 36 tracks, and now like strip it back down to what is the song.
All right. Well, what are the future plans for the both of you as far as solo acts are concerned? Do you have any more Apostle of Hustle albums in you, or any more Happiness Projects annual thing, or?
Well,
Whitey first.
Oh, do I get to?
No. I'm just totally happy because, you know, we're in the middle of trying to make the new Social Scene record, but there's a window. Charlie's other amazing band, because he's in another giant orchestral band called Do Makes They Think, and Do Makes are going out for 5 weeks, something like that, in the fall.
Yeah.
So because Charlie goes, there's a window. Like, nothing, Social Scene can't really function without Charles, so there's a window there, so that I'll tour at the same time as Charlie tours in the fall. So we'll both go make music in the fall before Social Scene really kicks into gear.
Does that feel like a big responsibility? The broken Social Scene can't do anything without you?
It's not entirely true.
Jack.
But they definitely can't do anything without both of us.
That's the thing.
But
Yeah, there's been shows without Charles and there's shows without me, but no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you in that band. I imagine to get together to have it all work out has got to be a scheduling nightmare some days.
Yeah.
Every day.
All right, well, Andrew Whiteman and Charles Spearin, thanks for talking to us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.